Sometime around 1880, a man came to the door and asked my grandfather if he had any work for him to do. And finally began to talk about himself. He said that he was from Delaware. And he says, in those people where I lived, of course, not being able to read or anything like that, he says, for 15 years, he convinced me that I was still his slave. But I talked with some others and found out that we were freed. But I had to run away to get away, and I borrowed his boat and paddled across the Delaware Bay and up Mad Horse Creek. Well, he worked for my grandfather and my father most of the time. From that time on, my grandfather built him a house, and we always called it Tom Draper's cabin. And I can remember as he got old and feeble, he must have been, my grandfather and grandmother took him into the house and cared for him until he died. I remember the day he was buried. My pop had sent me to Alloways with a load of wheat with a team of horses. And by the time I got back to Canton, it was, 2 or 2:30 in the afternoon. And when I turned in by my grandfather's house, the horses broke into a very noisy trot. And it happened to be right in the middle of the funeral service for Tom Draper. Well, my father overhauled me for that. I should have made the horses walk and kept the noise down. So Tom was buried out here in the Cuff Cemetery, alongside of what used to be the general store in Canton.